They call me VATMAN, defender of the treasury, collector of dreams, and the self-proclaimed savior of the government's empty wallet, my superpower. It's turning every Filipino's sigh into cold, hard revenue. You know, when I first stepped into the world of politics, I had these grand visions. I thought I'd be the one to fight corruption, to drain the swamp, to be a real hero. Now, I fight deficits and I do it with your money. Every time you buy something, anywhere, anytime, just know that I'm there. I'm your silent partner in every single transaction. I'm in that sip of overpriced coffee, in that sack of rice you carry home, in that tiny sachet of shampoo you bought from the sari-sari store. You pay, and somewhere in a cold, air-conditioned office, I smile. It all started small, a harmless 1% increase, they said. It's for improved public service, I declared to the press, carefully adjusting my barong as if it were a moral compass. Let's be honest, stop pointing north a long time ago. Of course, people groaned. The memes were hilarious. I'll give them that. Hashtags like hashtags Stop the VATMAN trended for a few days. But after a week, crickets. Absolute silence. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that, in this country, public outrage has an expiration date shorter than a carton of milk left out in the sun. I remember this one morning. I was in my office, enjoying a cup of exquisite imported coffee and taxed, of course. A little perk of the job, a government courtesy. My finance undersecretary, a young, eager fellow, burst in with a grin plastered across his face. "Sir, the numbers are in. With the new VAT increase, we're projected to earn billions. It took us low. Deliberate sip." I nodded, looking him straight in the eye. Billions for the country. Or for us. He hesitated for a second, then let out a laugh. We both did. It was a good laugh. Later that week, a journalist cornered me. "Senator, how do you sleep at night, knowing that your policies are causing prices to skyrocket for ordinary Filipinos?" I gave her my most reassuring, politician-approved smile. Very comfortably, thank you. On a government-funded PO with the air conditioning set to a perfect 21 degrees Celsius. Some people called my answer insensitive. I called it honest. They say the poor will suffer the most, and maybe they're right. But what do they really know about macroeconomics? I gave them free Wi-Fi in the barangay halls. We came up with a new, catchy slogan. Tiwala lang sa Gobierno, trust in the government. That should balance out the hunger pangs, right? A little bit of internet, a little bit of faith. It's the modern day bread and circuses. At T's Point, we tax everything. That bucket of fried chicken, VAT. The gasoline. You need to get to work? VAT. The mobile data you're probably using to watch this video. Oh? You better believe that's got VAT on it. We even managed to put a tax on funeral services, because in my administration, ebony in death, you must contribute to nation building. There is no escape from VAT. Not even in the afterlife. We are building a cradle-to-grave revenue stream. My staff, bless their creative souls, once made a meme of me. It was a picture of my face photoshopped onto a superhero's body, cape and all, with the words, VAT, to the future, emblazoned across the chest. Eat, went, viral. People shared it, lagaed at it, and I absolutely loved it. In fact, I loved it so much, I made it my official campaign poster for the next election. And you know what the craziest part is? People laughed, and they still voted for me. Because in the Philippines, a little bit of charisma and a good joke can be more powerful than a decade of solid, competent governance. I was at a press conference, and this young, fiery reporter shouted from the back, "Sir, what do you have to say to your critics who are calling you greedy?" Who smiled. It's my default setting. "I'm not greedy," I said, letting the cameras soak it in. "I'm efficient." And the room fell silent. Because what can you say to that? It's technically true. Everywhere I go now, I hear people whisper my name, VATMAN. It's said with a strange mix of anger and resignation. And why wouldn't they? I am quite literally everywhere. I'm in your morning pandesal, your jeepney fare, your ever-increasing electricity bill, and that long, itemized grocery receipt. I'm the invisible hand that gently squeezes your wallet while patting you on the back and whispering, "Don't worry, it's for the country." Just last week, I had a meeting with the president. He looked a bit worried. "Boyet," he said, using my old nickname. "People are complaining again. The noise is getting louder." I leaned back in my chair and replied, without missing a beat, "Then let's tax the complaints." He laughed, thinking it was a joke. I wasn't joking. I'm already having my team study the feasibility. Sometimes, when a thunderstorm rolls in, I look out my window and I imagine the heavens themselves having to pay VAT for making all that noise. Because in my world, in the world I'm building, everything has a price. Everything must be taxed, from happiness to heartbreak, from sin to salvation. I may not wear a mask like those comic book heroes, but I do wear a smile, the kind of smile that says, "Thank you for your contribution." So, the next time you buy your next meal, pay your next bill, or shed a tear at the next price hike, remember me, because no matter what you do, no matter where you go, I'll always get my share. I am VATMAN, and in this land of the free, I'm the one who makes sure that freedom is never, ever free. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the mind of a political mastermind, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay informed and stay vigilant.